Hello there, and welcome to Sports Like Compion! My name, of course, is Stephen Compion, and I'm joined here by my very own combat sports expert. Look at this powerful, beautiful man joins us here with a beard, a mustache, and a strong opinion. Christopher
That's right.
Covington
That's
here in
right.
the house.
All the opinions.
How are you, sir? How are you?
Can't complain. Having a fantastic weekend, and I'm happy to talk to you. I'm sure you're gorgeous, folks, or at least some of you are fairly good looking. But yeah, I'm happy to talk to you
You're
people
probably beautiful
anyway.
inside.
Yeah, I'm happy to talk to you.
Well, I mean, you're all fucking here anyway. We got some fucking
Anyway,
combat sports to talk about. So people punch each other in the face. It's a promo, a little bit, if you will, as well. But that's why we come to Chris for the resident expert. We're just gonna hop into a video. We'll probably get flagged for it, but we're here for it because
oh, this is priceless. This is
we're
such
into
good
this kind of
stuff.
stuff.
Oh, you don't have audio on this?
Okay, so hold on. I can hear it. Can you can't hear it?
I can't hear it. But I mean, what he's saying is coming across on the screen, but it'd be better with the audio.
So I can hear it, and I feel like the audience is going to be able to hear it. It's weird that you can't.
But well, if you want, I can kind of talk through what he's saying. We could do it that way.
Let's run it through, and then we'll have your commentary afterwards.
Afterwards? Well, yeah. I mean, if you just run it through with no commentary, they're just trying to read the tiny script.
Well, no, they can hear it. Is what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure they can. I'm pretty sure they can hear it.
Fair enough. I'm sorry.
I think just for some reason
you.
I didn't realize. Well, I'm pretty sure they can. I mean, I could be taking a gamble.
I didn't realize they couldn't hear it. Fair enough.
It's a gamble, but I'm pretty sure they can hear it.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, we're just gonna take a gamble on that one.
Yeah, I'll
go
for it. Go for it.
And if it doesn't, we'll cut it out. This whole section will get cut. But either way.
I'm sorry I interrupted then. Go for it.
No, you're good. It's kind of inconvenient. You can't hear it, but I guess we'll just have to roll like this for now. Sorry, audience, for all that disruption. Anyway, back to our boy Colby Covington. What do we got?
Colby Covington, who has taken the mantle from Uncle Chael. Uncle Chael was the first fighter to bring WWE promos over to fighting. And a lot of guys took that cue, including Connor. But Colby Covington is like a direct descendant of Uncle Chael.
Yeah, I can see it. You can see it in his promo. Salty nerd tears.
Yeah, he loves calling people nerds. It's kind of funny. So fucking handsome, though. He's a chiseled gentleman. You gotta give him that.
And he does look great.
And in Florida, looking that great in Florida, that's good times. See, this is what's great about this video is all the little editing he puts in that like just like demonstrates his points to everyone. Like guys like me, I know what he's talking about when he says, you know, Ian ducked out of that fight because he had pneumonia, but like he puts it in there like it makes sense. It's because the fucking media thing was too much. I'm sorry, dude. Should I not be talking over this?
No, honestly, I think it's better because basically he talked about how shit and so he's gonna kick this guy's ass. Is that kind of the gist of it?
Oh my god, dude. No, like you gotta actually play what he says. Like he goes so deep. Like Brosif. Like Ian Gary needs to be either hiring assassins or driving over to his house right now with a baseball bat and his boys.
It's not serious, huh?
Brosif, like anyway, that's fine. If we're over that video, that's fine. But like he literally dropped a nuke on the dude. Like Ian called him out because apparently at a press conference, Colby Covington had been like, "Hey, so everyone here that's banged Ian Gary's wife, raise your hand." So apparently that hurt Ian Gary's feelings.
What?
Who would have thought he wouldn't like that?
That's weird. That's
So he
kind
didn't
of.
like that. So he bothered to call out Colby Covington, the absolute king of the WWE trash talking promo,
Sure.
and got absolutely eviscerated, dude. Like, basically, and what's crazy about that is Colby Covington is a terrible fight for Ian Gary, because Ian Gary is great at stand-up and he's been successful. He's like 10-0. He's unbeaten. Unbeaten is great. And he's had like 4 or 5 fights in the UFC. So he's been in the real fire and still unbeaten. The thing is, to call out Covington is ballsy, but Covington's style is he's a really dominant wrestler. So he's going to take him down and punish him for as long as the fight goes, whether it's 15 minutes or 25 minutes. He's not even particularly interested in finishing him. He's just going to make him miserable, beat on him, dominate him. You know, the dude's going to, it's going to be a rough night. He's not going to be able to stand on his feet and do the fun KO shit he likes to do. So it's a really bad situation for Ian Gary, who's been in a bad situation ever since the world found out about that book his wife wrote. And it's been rough since then. And it's all fucking hilarious because you can't make this shit up. It's
So
way
what's
too
the book
funny
about,
that it's
though?
all
Like,
real.
like, this wife wrote a book about a very active sex life that she was involved in?
No. She wrote a book about how to marry a rich athlete and just be like a kept wife. And put it on fucking Amazon. If you had played the video, bro, if you'd played the video, it would have been fucking covered. He even showed the book in the video.
Well, no, it was confused.
But you had to rush through it. That's fine.
Well,
That's fine.
I'm doubting.
They can all find it for themselves because we had to rush.
I'm also doubting if the audience could even hear the video now. So I'm like, you know, I didn't want people reading off the script.
Fair enough. They could find it for themselves.
Yeah, I'm sure he absolutely destroyed them.
A nuke was dropped, and Ian Gary is in a terrible position. He has to take this absolutely horrible fight for him, or he can't fucking show his face anywhere in the UFC, dude. Not after that call out.
Well, then go get it, Ian. It'll be fine, Ian. Just go knock him out, and you'll be fine.
Exactly. That's all you gotta do, Ian. Just knock him out.
Go knock him out,
and you'll be redeemed. That's all it takes is a knockout.
It'll be okay. Meanwhile, Sean over here with his amazing fucking hair, defending his belt.
Sean O'Malley absolutely dominated Cheeto Vera, the guy to serve him his one loss, which I've told you, it's hilarious how he never acknowledged that loss, because what happened in that fight is Cheeto got him with this leg kick that hit him like in a certain nerve in your leg that just makes your whole fucking leg go dead. So he leg kicks him, and O'Malley's leg goes like fucking stiff, and he falls down backward, and Cheeto pounces on him and finishes him. So O'Malley ever since has like not acknowledged that as a loss, refuses to acknowledge it as a loss. Right, because that's just O'Malley's style. It's fucking hilarious. It's awesome, right? But anyway, he becomes champion. So now motherfuckers are like, yeah, all right, what about that leg kick thing? So he's like, all right, I got to fight the motherfucker. Dominates the dude. Absolutely kicks his ass for 5 rounds. Like, Cheeto is crazy tough. He's never even been knocked down in the UFC. Never knocked down. And O'Malley just beat the dog crap out of him. Like, there was memes where they had, like, Cheeto's face after the fight. Like, they put it on the cross from the Passion of the Christ, because that's how beat up he was. The dude got his ass kicked. He went straight to the hospital. No media, no nothing. Like, he got dominated. So that's O'Malley defending his belt. That's good for him. You know, like the kid is the absolute. He's got to be one of the top stars in the UFC right now, because Connor's a big star, but no one
Doesn't
knows
it
what the
look like
fuck
it's a
Connor's
wig?
doing. He's over there making movies. He's like, I may fight at whatever catch weight. You know, like you can't depend on him because he's fuck all rich.
Yeah,
But
he is
like
fuck all rich. But doesn't it
O'Malley,
look like
he's
Sean
in
is
here
wearing
looking to
like a?
carve his legacy. He's putting his runes into the stone.
Damn right. You don't get the carving stone for too long, so what are you gonna do with it, O'Malley? You and your it looks like a wig. It looks like it's like a clown wig, but it's not. It's his real hair. It's
It's his
awesome.
real hair,
How
dude.
could you
The
not
dude
like this
loves
kid?
crazy fucking hair.
How could you
You
not
know,
love this
he
whole
showed
thing?
up. He showed up on the Contender Series. This like skinny kid with big hair and a chest tattoo, and like slept some motherfucker. And Dana was like, "Oh shit, I like the look of that." And you know, they put him in the UFC, and they're like, "Yeah, this dude's gonna fucking break him. This is a real fighter." Nope, O'Malley beats him. O'Malley beats him. You know, like rose up and then like knocked out the fucking champion. Like no one's knocked out Aljo before. And he like sliggity slept Aljo. Anyway, and you know, he knows how to work the medias. He's popular with the younger fighters. Like a
Like I
pile
know
of
about him,
dudes
so
show up at his fights in pink wigs. Like the motherfucker's got a crazy fan base of young motherfuckers.
that's really
So
cool.
so he's got that going. Yeah, that's Sean O'Malley. That's good for him. He's doing well.
Meanwhile, our boy Dustin Poirier back in the win column.
Yes, back in the win column. And remember, I was talking about Benoit Saint Denis. He's a fucking dangerous fucking cunt.
We were
He's
talking
so
about it. He's a special
dangerous.
forces guy, right?
Yeah, French Special Forces, dude, active. And you know, he came into the first round like he comes in every first round looking to kill you and the five guys behind you. You just
Right.
happen to be first.
Yeah.
So, and you know, Dustin weathered the first round, and second round TKO'd him. And you know what's interesting is before the fight, like in the pre-fight pictures, they showed like a big staph infection crater on Saint Denis' forehead. And that shit's known to like kill your cardio. If you catch a staph infection, that's rough. It's hard to pull a win off with one of those.
Oh
But
yeah.
anyway, you know, everyone ignored it. But he was basically blown in the second round,
Yeah.
which,
Oh yeah.
you know, and even his post fight apology, he was like, I'm sorry, I only had one round in me. Thank you for the support. Like, it was super like, he wasn't saying, I had fucking staph infection, dude. It's like, fuck, the gods fucked me on this one. But anyway.
That's a real
But
bummer.
the thing is Dustin could have beaten him if he had shown up with him and two boys behind him, dude.
Yeah.
Like
Dustin was ready, huh?
Dustin was gonna kick his ass that night if he had
Nice.
staff or not.
Word.
He's a super dangerous motherfucker. He is like when a sword has been like refolded and repolished and sharpened, like just years and years of like perfecting a fucking blade until it can like slice through silk. That's fucking Dustin. He's a slight silk slicing sword. Take that, motherfuckers.
Hell yeah. Dude, look at all those sets. He's ready to fucking he'll knock you silly, Chris. He'll knock you
Yep.
silly. And so what he caught him with TKO on this one?
Silk slicing sword. There you
Nice.
go. Anyway, so yeah, good for Dustin.
Does that mean he's back in title contention again?
Oh,
Or is
for
he
sure. He's always in title contention. So he's
nice?
absolutely back there. And
Nice.
not only that, but like another fight with Gagey would be great. Why the fuck not? Come on.
Sure, absolutely. Put him
You
in.
know we want it. So that's fine too. MVP Michael Venom Page. He didn't get his knockout. He didn't get his big entrance into the UFC, but he's here. He's in the win column, and Kevin Holland is fine, dude. He's always dangerous. He can eat losses, and he's still there because he's just Kevin Holland. You know, he's a dangerous cunt that like only real hard motherfuckers can beat.
Fair enough. So it proves that Michael is a savage, but that he's not quite gonna have the walk in the park that him or
I
other
mean,
people might be
so
expecting.
you know, there's a
You gotta
lot
get
of
warmed up.
things. You know, like you know, maybe he's just getting comfortable. Like, really, Kevin wasn't the right fight to set him up for a big KO because he's got those insanely long limbs. It's like you're trying to like fight through like a forest of pikes, and you're like, there's always like sharp pikes in the way whenever I try to go attack the enemy. What the fuck? No one likes that.
Nobody likes that. No, it makes sense.
Much better when your enemy has like a short sword, and you're like, all right, cool, he's got a short sword, so when I'm in close, he can poke me.
That way you can just hit him with the pike from afar.
Right, exactly. Throw spears at him, whatever it takes.
Something, whatever it takes. Just don't come anywhere close to him if he's at the short sword. Checks out. Kind of like fighting zombies. Hit him at the range if you can. So anyway, so that was $299. 300 is coming up, Chris. What do you know about it? Do you want to talk about the coming up event, or should we hop into some other?
No, we'll discuss that later. But if you want to talk about upcoming shit, let's briefly touch on Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. That's an actual fight. They've both signed. Mike Tyson is like fucking 60 years old, dude. And Jake Paul has proven to have knockout power. So the thing is, it's like a lose-lose.
This is a lose-lose. I don't like this.
It makes no sense.
I don't like this at all because
like, you know, if you're Jake Paul, you knock out Mike Tyson. Oh, great!
You knocked out an old timer,
60-year-old Mike Tyson.
What was the point?
You get beat by Mike Tyson. Oh, you got beat by a 60-year-old man. It's like, what the fuck? It feels like a money grab. Tyson's end, it's like, oh, you got slept by some young kid you thought was a good boxer. Like, Mike Tyson was promoting Jake Paul on his way up because so many boxers were like, oh, he's not a real boxer, not a real boxer. Meanwhile, what does it take to be a real boxer? Train in a boxing gym? Take boxing fights? That sounds like a real boxer to me. Anyway, where I'm going with that is this fight doesn't make sense. Neither one is like, well, shit, I needed the payday. No, Mike Tyson has a weed line. So much money. He's got fucking ear gummies.
Line, dude. He's got a vape line. What are the non-sponsors?
Bro, he always said he could sell out Madison Square Garden jerking off. And he proved that when he did his one-man talking show in Vegas. He would just show up on a stage and talk, and motherfuckers bought tickets. Where I'm going with this is, I don't understand this fight. It makes no sense for anyone.
I'm disappointed.
Like Jake Paul knocking the fuck out of a boxer with a better record than him with no losses, that makes sense. Jake Paul beating the fuck out of Ben Askren, that makes sense. We all want to fuck up Ben Askren.
Well, like the guy that he beat, the one that he just beat that we covered in a previous Combat Sports by Compion, that, you know, we already
August.
That's who he should be.
The boxer. That's what I meant. The undefeated boxer with a better record than him. 11-0.
That's who you should be. That's who you should be fighting.
The fuck out with one uppercut.
That's who you need to be fighting. Don't be regressing and fighting these crazy lame fights because then everyone's like, all right, this guy's just a money grab, dude. This is 100% what this is. This is just a money grab. His agent was just like, bro, we could make like so much fucking money on this. Let's speculate, Chris.
And dude, that would be understandable if these guys weren't as rich as they are. But
right, but is it hard? But maybe they're saying like,
rich.
Maybe they're saying like, dude, we could give you $500 million. Like, It's hard to say no to $500 million, dude.
You know what? Whatever. So right now,
I don't know if it's $500 million. That's just
it's just
speculated out
a
here.
contract and a face-off. A lot can happen before these two guys get in the ring. But it's
I'm with you. I hope it gets canceled.
No one gets it.
I don't like it either. It is like you laid out. It's a lose-lose. I don't like it at all.
Yeah. Oh, but while we're still close to UFC 299, while our boy Cheeto Vera was in there getting the snot beaten out of him for 25 minutes,
sure,
some assholes went and robbed his house.
What?
Now, this may sound familiar because someone robbed Cyril Gahn when he was the main event in Paris.
And we are not condoning any, buddy to be out there programming these things.
It's creepy, dude. Like, people are saying it may be people, like, even close to them. Like, obviously, everyone knows they're going to be in a certain place at a certain time, but it's fucking nuts, dude. Like, you get your house broken into while you're out there fighting. It's craziness.
And they know what to go for? That's really weird.
Yeah. Oh, also, Corey Sandhagen, who's probably the next contender at 135 to take on O'Malley. He's a bad motherfucker. I think we've talked about Corey Sandhagen before. He's got a sweet back piece. Anyway, and some Muay Thai skills to go with the back piece. But anyway, he was not too kind to Cheeto on commentary over the fight, which, to be fair, Cheeto got dominated. It wasn't his night. Who knows what was going on? O'Malley put on an absolutely perfect performance. The only thing that could have been like the cherry, like it was the whole beautiful cake with the icing. The cherry would have been a finish, so we didn't get a gross little cherry, but served the whole cake. Cheeto got dominated, and Sandhagen was not kind with the commentary.
Jeez.
But it makes sense.
You don't have to rub it in while your man's getting fucking
robbed, getting his ass kicked.
Like,
He's
come
just
on,
having
Sam.
a really bad night. And then Sandhagen comes in with the people's elbow.
Like,
hey, motherfucker, I thought you put out a weak performance, bitch.
Hey,
and
by the
he's
way,
looking around at his like violated house. He's like, fuck.
Jeez. So Thug Rose is gonna have a fight to kind of capitalize on a little fight night. Good for her. Hope she pulls off a champ.
Thug Rose, yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of UFC fighters in the news, your boy, former UFC champion, Mark Coleman.
Oh yeah, Mark
in the
Coleman.
news, getting up to some crazy
Mark
shit.
Coleman, his dog wakes him up in the middle of the night, licking his face, to his house is on fire. So he saves his parents. He carries his parents out of the house one at a time, burns all the hair off his body. He's got his two parents out of the house, and he goes back in for the dog. He goes back in to rescue the dog, and apparently he gets the dog out and collapses from smoke inhalation. They had to chopper him out to a hospital, but he's okay. He's alive. His parents are alive. His dog is alive. He fucking
real life hero. Real life goddamn
Mark
hero.
Coleman.
What Mark Coleman in America, dude? What
Mark
a champion.
Coleman doing Mark Coleman shit, dude.
59 years old, out there doing just amazing stuff.
He is such a stud. Like at 45, he was beating the snot out of motherfuckers in a cage. It's not too surprising that he's carrying old people around at, a few years later.
He says he's blessed and grateful.
Yeah. Mark Coleman's a fucking stud.
So, first of all, this man's graceful enough to be having his parents live with him. And then, he's also all right, I gotta get them out of here in time. Real impressive.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it was a dropped cigarette. Like, how do houses, catch fire in the middle of the night? That's not too normal.
I don't know either. How does that happen? Because if it ever happened here, dude, I'd
Yeah,
die. These
yeah.
cats.
I'm
Although I
grateful it
don't
doesn't
know. My
happen
cat
around
definitely
here,
wants to
but
wake me
yeah,
up.
who knows? But anyway, at least he was there to handle the situation. Just Mark Coleman things.
Just Mark stuff. And you would understand if you were a Mark out there, you'd get it. Especially
Oh,
if you were a Coleman.
speaking of the heavyweight division, Tom Aspinall, our handsome British interim heavyweight champion, he wants to fight Curtis Blades, who beat him on his way up. Like, he doesn't have a whole lot of losses. That might be his only one in the UFC. But apparently he got injured in that fight, and Curtis Blades got him. So he's like, how about you, buddy? You want to fight over this belt? Because either that or like wait around and see what John Jones is doing, which who the fuck knows what John Jones is doing, dude? No one can predict that.
Hey, what happened with Francis Ngannou? Like, he got fucking.
Oh
He got his
yeah.
ass kicked, huh?
Francis Ngannou got knocked the fuck out, dude. Not only that,
Dang.
but Joshua
Wasn't it
knocked him
boxing?
down like 2 times, and like the second time, like, dude, what I've noticed about like boxing more than MMA is in boxing, once they get knocked down, they are fucking compromised. It's even more in bare knuckle, because bare knuckle, we're taking away the nonsense of the padding. So when you get knocked down in bare knuckle,
It's because you really were
it's
fucked
like
up.
that you're on your way out, kid.
Yeah.
But
okay.
anyway, so yeah, Joshua
Well, we gotta
bangs him
move on.
down the first time, bangs him down a good one the second, and the third one, dude, the third one was fucking straight karma. Knocked him down exactly the way he did Stipe. Knocked him back on that one leg. It was the fucking recreation of Stipe. But anyway, sure, he got knocked out, but he made fucking millions of dollars, you know? So there's really no loser
wasn't
here.
it boxing anyway?
What's that?
Has he always been a boxer? Am I crazy?
No, he's
Or
not a
no,
boxer. He's
no,
0-2 boxing. He's been beaten by no. He came from MMA and
Right.
he went over. Okay, so UFC released him because he wanted too much money. UFC released him as a champion. He beat Stipe, and they let him go because he wanted too much money for his next fight. They're like, yeah, whatever, dude. You don't even really sell. You don't draw. Keep it moving. So he went over to PFL, Professional Fight League, and he got guaranteed
a lot of money.
like
I remember it was
$2
nice
million
contract.
for a fight and $1 million for his opponent, something crazy like that. But they never actually, of course, like every heavyweight in the world was calling him out, like, yo, bro, I'll fight you for $1 million. Let's go, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
But they never actually put a fight together. And then he went off and boxed fucking Fury for a pile of money. And then Joshua called him out, and he boxed Joshua for a pile of money. So he's made millions of dollars boxing.
Just running around like fighting anyone who calls him out in boxing.
He's 0-2.
Come back
He's
to your
made
bread and butter.
millions and millions of dollars being 0-2. It's fucking
Sounds like
crazy.
he needs to come back to his fight roots. Though.
It doesn't matter what he does. He could go back.
Well, he needs to win some fights now.
He could keep boxing for millions of dollars. Like, it doesn't
he need to win
what
though?
he does. Like, the dude's got it made somehow. He must have like agents made of solid gold.
Well, I'm saying, like, doesn't he have to start winning now to keep the interest of everyone? Because, like, if he keeps on just getting his ass kicked in boxing matches, then people are lose interest.
I don't pretend to understand boxing fans. I don't know what those people like. They apparently like watching two dudes bounce around for like an hour and a half, just like soccer. I don't understand what soccer fans like either. So, you know.
Wait, what about baseball fans? You understand them?
Yeah, no, I don't understand those cunts either. I'm baseball fans too. It's fucking boring dog shit. How about them manzanas?
Oh, I trash baseball on this show as
Shots
often as possible.
fired.
As often as possible, we try to
Shots
trash
fired at
baseball
what?
around
3
here.
different sports?
Oh, you have to. Sometimes.
Boxing,
I got nothing
baseball,
bad to say
and
about soccer.
Yeah, that's
Sports
3
by Copy
sports.
doesn't condone the soccer one. We don't cover it, but
Yeah, soccer's too easy. That's fine.
they
We're
at least
not getting on
run
soccer.
around a lot. It's a good workout, and there is some good skill to it. But yeah, no, the lack of tackling.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving
All
on.
right, so
Moving on to the fact that Francis Ngannou probably needs a win. So I would say he needs to go back to his PFL contract, go beat up some people, remind the world who he is.
You know what though?
And
It's
then,
going to be hard to go
your
back to
tour.
a cage for $1 million when you've been getting paid multiple millions to play with pillow gloves.
True. All right, you know what? I wish him the best because I like to see his success. You know, he has a cool story.
Yeah. Dude, if he retires now, he's fine.
He'll be good.
He's probably going to do some more stuff. He's probably going to be around somewhere.
And then he like carving in his ruins too, dude.
What's that?
Isn't he over there like carving in his name in the
He's
ruins?
trying. He's trying to carve his runes. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
He's trying to carve his legacy into history.
He's
You're right.
It out.
It's just, you know, that he's dropped the chisel the last couple times.
Well, he's taking on boxers who like box, and he's like an MMA fighter.
Yes. There's that.
So,
and
you know.
You know what? There's a lot of talk that, like, Fury didn't take him seriously. Fury didn't really train. That's why the fight was so hard for him. While, like, Joshua just, like, handled him as a boxer should.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm no expert on this.
Right. No one's an expert.
Like you should do what you're
and also,
doing.
Fury's not known as a knockout artist, but, like, he's supposedly the best fucking heavyweight. And, like, you know, he goes all the way with this guy getting knocked down while Joshua just, like, handles him in, like, what, 1 or 2 rounds?
That's alarming, Francis. Alarming. Regardless, wish you the best, Francis. It is fun to see his rise. There's some UFC coming up, 300, the big one. Are you going to watch this, Chris? Are you going to be boots on the ground on this?
Yeah, hopefully. I'll try to get on that 300 action.
When is it?
But real quick, do you want to talk about some weird conspiracy stuff that's like not really conspiracy, that's like total fact? So Boeing, their jets have been having a lot of issues, like, you know, wings falling off, doors coming off, and infants almost getting sucked out into, you know, the wide world of the free air outside an airplane cabin. So there's been some stuff going on with Boeing planes, and then we find out, there's a whistleblower who's alerting everyone that, like, they're pressuring inspectors to pass subpar things and mistakes and all kinds of craziness. And it's affecting, like, their stock prices big time. And this person is about to testify in trial against Boeing, and then, what do you know? They find him suicided in his car with no suicide note. Yeah, no, he just, you know, here in my car, I'm gonna end it all. Oh, geez, Rick.
Accidents happen, Chris.
What
are we trying to suggest here?
I was about to go testify.
What are you trying to suggest here?
You know how depressing it is to testify against a huge corporation like Boeing.
Absolutely, really sad stuff.
It's
felt
super
like
depressing stuff.
The company that he had placed
in the back of the head twice sometimes
into had backstabbed him, and he was a man depressed because of the breakup with his company. And maybe he had
what's crazy about this dude is, like, they're not even trying to hide shit anymore. Like, this run.
Oh no. Right in the middle of this conspiracy, Chris cuts out. Is that a coincidence, Sports by Compian fans, or is that, you know, pretty suspect? I personally think that's a little weird. You know, if it wasn't just me hanging out here in this pod, I would say more. But since it is, and Chris is gone, we're going to just wrap it up a little bit early. But what I will tell you people is, don't worry too much. It's a handful of jets. I'm sure. Oh, are you back?
Oh,
Hello?
am I back?
Yeah, you're back. All right.
Fantastic.
Hey.
All right, good stuff.
I was literally
Yes,
just about to wrap it
the
up.
CIA was trying to assassinate me, so
I was
had to,
just saying to the audience, I was like, it's pretty coincidental that you cut out right in the middle of it.
No, they totally tried to assassinate me, and I had to knife 2 agents to death. But I'm okay now.
Right. All right, good. And you're having a little bit of water to refresh yourself after your activities.
Yeah, gotta refresh myself. It's so refreshing.
All right, listen. Let's wrap this up. So what you're saying is a couple of jets out of thousands were
Don't
a little
rat
bit
out
suspect.
Boeing is what I'm saying.
Yeah, don't rat out Boeing. If you do know anything about this,
because they make shitty stuff to up their profits. For sure, don't say that. It's not a good idea. And by the way, guys, I'm not depressed at all, and I would never ever shoot myself twice in the back of the head. In case I turn up dead,
would not do that.
I don't even own a car, so in case I turn up dead in someone else's car with 2 shots in the back of my head, I didn't do it.
Chris, just stop it. All right, listen, this is serious stuff. And we are not accusing Boeing of anything.
No, we're definitely not accusing Boeing of killing anyone.
They're actually a proud non-sponsor.
They're definitely
sponsor.
not.
They're a proud non-sponsor sponsor of Foresight Coffee and Impact. Did you know that? They happily don't sponsor us. They happily do not sponsor us. But anyway, Boeing, stop doing
sponsored
evil
by
shit.
the CIA.
Just calm down on your profits. They'll be there on time. Everyone, stop trying to cut corners, people. Do things the right way. It's gonna work out in the end. Just keep working. Chris, any final words to say to these fine people?
Don't kill me, CIA. I didn't mean it.
CIA, you guys can fucking bring it. I'm ready. You fucking losers. Foresight Coffee and out.